Hey, what's up, Spencer? My name is everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are having another 24-hour reading vlog, and today we are focusing on reading nothing but manga. I love reading manga, but I definitely don't do it enough, and I have quite a few series that I have started or want to start, and I just really need to read them already. So I actually put a whole bunch of manga on hold at the library, so that's what we're gonna go and do right now, is head to the library and go and pick all of those up. I also have quite a few books that I need to drop off as well. And then we're also gonna head to Target because I want to see if I can try and find Fourth Wing and Haunting Adolin, I believe is what it's called. I've seen both of them on TikTok and I am really interested, so let's go and see if we can get them. So I might have overdone it a little bit. When I left the house this morning, it was not my intention to spend $150 on books, but you know, these things kind of happen sometimes. All right, let's go through what I got based on where I was. So let's go through what I got from the library and then what I got from Target, and then I did end up going to Barnes & Noble as well. First up, I got the first 5 Yona of the Dawn. I have heard quite a few people talking about this manga, which is why I decided to give it a try. And this is about a princess who is living her perfect life with her family and her love when on her 16th birthday everything kind of goes wrong. Somebody gets murdered, she has to flee the palace, and now she is going on all of these adventures to, I assume, like save her family or like reclaim her title or something like that. Next up, I got several editions of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I tried to get all of them, but I know that I was missing a few. This is my absolute favorite manga, and I feel like it really gets a bad rep based on the title alone. It is called Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, and I know that Japan is known for having weird and interesting kinks, let's say. And so I feel like a lot of people will think that it is one of those weird, fetishy type animes slash mangas, when really it is just about a ghost who happens to reside in the bathroom, and they don't even spend most of their time in the bathrooms. It makes me feel so bad because the art style is so unique, the story is incredible. I absolutely love it so much, and I wish more people would give it a chance and kind of look past the slightly offsetting name. Next up, I got I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, the complete edition. I don't know how many volumes that makes this, but this is about a girl who finds out that her classmate has pancreatic cancer or some sort of pancreatic disease, and he is really struggling with it, and their relationship developing through it. And last but not least, all right, so at the library, my library has self-checkouts. You don't need to go to a librarian to check out your books, but for some reason I was having an issue with checking out one of my books and I needed to go and have the librarian assist me. And what book, out of the like 20 books that I picked up today, what book was the book that I needed help with except Dick Fight Island? Out of all of the manga that I could have needed help with, it was Dick Fight Island. And this is a manga about guys who are trying to fight for the ability to like rule a kingdom or something like that, and the way that they do it is through literally crossing swords. So that is fun and out there, and God, why did that have to be the one thing that I struggled with at the library? While I was checking out all of my books, one of the older librarians came by and she said, "Wow, you read so much. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it." And I was just like, yes, thank you. I am aware that I do read quite a bit. I would think that somebody who worked at the library would have seen somebody checking out that many books before, but I guess not. From Target, I was not able to find Haunting Adelaide or Fourth Wing, which is why I went to Barnes & Noble, but I was able to find Page Boy by Elliot Page. This is his memoir about just growing up in his transition and stuff like that. I haven't really read a lot into it, but I love Elliot Page so much even before he came out, so I am really interested in reading his memoir and seeing some of the things that he went through for his transition and stuff like that. I mean, it is incredibly hard to come out as a trans person in general. It is another thing to have to transition in front of the entire world and have to deal with just about every single person commenting on aspects of your transition. I was also able to get the first editions of Demon Slayer and Haikyuu. I was pleasantly surprised with how much manga they have at Target. Target must be realizing like how big of a demographic manga is getting, which is why they had a very large section for it, which was good but bad, because if they didn't have this, then I wouldn't have spent my money on it. And then I also found the brand new copy, the new cover of A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This is my absolute favorite series ever. There is a companion series that is going to be coming out in September. This is a new version of the cover. I'm gonna go and grab the other version real quick. So this is the original cover for A Darker Shade of Magic, and this is the new released cover for A Darker Shade of Magic. This has Kel on it, and oh, I am obsessed. Not only is it like my favorite color of teal, blue, green, it has Kel on it. Kel is the best, and this art style is just incredible. I am obsessed, loving it, and obviously it didn't matter that I already own one. I loved it enough that I need to own both covers and both copies. Alright, and then moving on to Barnes & Noble. I went to Barnes & Noble because I was not able to find Fourth Wing or Haunting Adelaide at Target. And when I got to Barnes & Noble, one of the employees told me it was because so many people are buying Fourth Wing. The publisher is completely like backed up and you can't get it anywhere at this point. And the publisher is like really trying to get out a second printing. And so they don't even know when they're going to get another shipment in. So I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for whenever that comes out. They did have Haunting Adelaide, but once I read what it was about, I was like, this really isn't something that is my thing, so I decided not to buy it. But, of course, instead, I ended up wandering over to the manga section and getting a bunch of manga instead, including the first Inuyasha. This is a really thick one, so I don't know how many chapters this is, but the first Inuyasha. The first Spy Family. This cute little after-school Hanako-kun. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think this is a couple of little short stories because like it doesn't even have a number to tell you like where in the series it is. I know that there is like a 0 one that comes before the first one, but this is not it. So I think this might just be a couple of cute short stories. The Gay Who Turned Kaiju, I saw this and was so interested I had to pick this up. It is about a gay student who is being teased when one day his face just kind of turns into this, and I guess that somehow represents like his queer journey or maybe how he feels about himself. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very interested in seeing what happens in this one. I also picked up Black Paradox, which is by my favorite horror manga artist, Junji Ito. I'm not sure what this is about. All I know was that, ooh, this is my favorite and it's gonna be scary, so I gotta get it. I was also able to get the first book in Death Note. This is the Black edition. They did have a really big one that was the entirety of Death Note, but I think it was like $90 or something like that. So I was like, no, I think I'm good at buying them one at a time. And then last up, I did find A Gathering of Shadows, the new cover for the second book in A Darker Shade of Magic. Wasn't able to find the third one. I'm not sure who was on the cover of the third one, whether it is Rye or maybe Holland. I'm sure that I could find it out because I know that V.E. Schwab posted all of the covers on her Instagram, so I could easily go and find them, but that's okay. This one has Lila on the cover. I absolutely love that. What I don't love though is that they very clearly photoshopped this mask onto this girl as opposed to having her wear an actual mask, which I don't know why they did that. It looks a little bit cheesy to me, but it's fine. It's my girl Lila. I'm obsessed with her, so I'm okay with it. All right, so I'm gonna make some lunch. I am starving. It is like 12 o'clock, and then I'm gonna get started on reading some of this. I think I'm gonna start with Yona of the Dawn. Not sure why. That one is just calling to me right now, so I think that is the first one that I'm gonna pick up. Hey guys, editing Spencer. So I'm not sure what's going on with this next clip here, but it's corrupted in a way that might bother photosensitive viewers. So if you are somebody who is sensitive to those things, I'm gonna put in a timestamp here for you to skip to. If not, I'm really sorry about this upcoming clip. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if it was my camera or a memory card or what, but none of the other clips after it is like it. So if you can bear with it for the next like 2 or 3 minutes, that would be great. If not, feel free to skip ahead. I totally get it. All right, so it is almost 3 o'clock and I have finished the first 2 volumes of Yona of the Dawn. So this is about Princess Yona, who is desperately in love with her cousin Suwon because he was nice to her when they were growing up. So she is lusting desperately after him when on her 16th birthday, her father is murdered and she must run away from the palace with her bodyguard Hawk and try and like regain her throne back and all of that. I am really liking this so far. I think that it is really cute, and though Yona is currently a damsel in distress, the type of character, female character who needs to be saved. I mean, she was a princess. She was specifically raised to like not learn how to defend herself or anything. Her father was adamantly against fighting and weapons and all that, which was part of what contributed to him getting killed. So it makes sense right now that she kind of needs to be saved, and Hawk is her bodyguard, like that's his job, is to save her. But she is starting to go into the character arc of learning how to defend herself and learn how to do her own things. She has her scene where she kind of saves Hawk and does all of these very brave things and learns that she really needs to stand up for herself and do these own things independently. So that's nice. I am interested in seeing what the next 3 volumes have to offer. I did also read Black Paradox by Junji Ito. This is about 4 characters who meet up on a website called Black Paradox where they decide to meet in real life in order to kill themselves. Maruso is a nurse who is extremely anxious about the future. Tabaru keeps on seeing his doppelganger and believes that this means that he's going to die anyway, so like why not just kill himself? Python works at a university that created an android that looks exactly like him, and now he feels like kind of so incompetent and stuff like that that he can't continue living. And Barachi has this horrible birthmark on her face and just like hates it so much that she also feels like she can't continue living. So they all decide to meet up one day to group to kill themselves, but accidentally end up opening a passageway to the other world, and things continue to escalate from there. It was definitely pretty freaky, and it was very clear that the commentary from this is that humanity will sell their literal souls in order to gain things that they want out of life and in this world, and to gain riches and fame and all of that. So this was very interesting, but something that I really am not happy at all about. Barnes & Noble put like an anti-theft sticker right in the middle of this book, in the middle of one of these pages. So I don't know if I should go back and try and like change this for a book that doesn't have it, or just get over it and keep it. Like, do I really feel like going back tomorrow? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. But I'm gonna continue reading Yona of the Dawn and then check in with you guys when I am finished with the next few volumes. It is now 9 p.m. and I have finished quite a few more volumes of manga. I finished volumes 3 through 5 of Yona of the Dawn and I really liked them. I am going to be giving the first 5 volumes all 5 stars. I really like the fact that Yona cut her hair. I think it looks super cute when it is short. And right now she is on a journey to try and find the 4 dragons who are supposed to help her try and get her throne back. I really like the blue dragon. I think that he is quite an interesting character. I really like that he doesn't talk. I really like the silent, mysterious types like that. And I'm definitely going to be reading more through the series, so I should order the next, I don't know, 5 or 10 of these through my library. I also read After School Hanako-kun, and I was right, this is a bunch of short stories about Hanako and all of the other characters in the kind of universe. It was super cute and expanded on quite a few of the things that already exist in the universe and kind of detailed the characters a little bit more, and was just a fun, cute time overall. I also read Dick Fight Island and had a absolutely insanely great time reading this. I love things that are ridiculously sexualized in this way because I always find the concepts to be absolutely hilarious, and the fact that everybody in these universes takes themselves so seriously is just astoundingly funny to me. I was literally crying laughing at some of these points when I was reading this. I mean, what other type of book are you going to find a society in which men celebrate and show that they are men by wearing assless chaps? And my favorite part of this was definitely the fact that this is a fight to see who is going to be the next king. This is something that happens every 4 years. There are 8 representatives from the different islands that are chosen to compete to see who is going to be the next king. And during one of these fights, it starts raining and everybody just gets up and leaves. Like, nobody gives a shit. They just all go home. I don't know, this was hilarious. This was a great time. This was so funny. There is a second book in this series. There's only 2 books, and I cannot wait to get the second book and read it. Alright, and then right now what I'm going to be doing, let me move us into the living room real quick. Alright, it's kind of dark because my dogs kind of broke my lamp, but I am going to be rearranging my series shelves now that I got these new V.E. Schwab books and this one Hanako-kun book. Ironically, I just rearranged these shelves yesterday because I got a bunch of books through Thrift Books. I got about 10 of them and added them all into my series shelves. I didn't record it and didn't add it to any sort of vlog because I was feeling like really down and really dysphoric that day, so I was like, this is kind of just a me thing. But now that I have these, I can kind of change up this section that I got going on. I've had this Harry Potter display for a while and I've been wanting to get rid of it for a while, but I've also been wanting another series to kind of replace it with. And now that I have these 2 new covers of A Darker Shade of Magic, I can create kind of a Darker Shade of Magic shelf instead of this Harry Potter shelf and then matriculate these Harry Potter books kind of into the rest of my stuff. Especially because I also have these Darker Shade of Magic book tins that I can also put on display with my other Darker Shade of Magic stuff. Like, now that I have these things, I have enough of a display that I can get rid of kind of my old, not very good Harry Potter one and replace it with this better Darker Shade of Magic one. So I'm just gonna rearrange those shelves, and then since it's pretty late at night, I'm probably just gonna do some catching up on Demon Slayer and then go to bed. I was originally just going to make this a 24-hour vlog, but seeing as I bought and got so much manga, I've decided to turn this into a 48-hour vlog, so I will see you guys in the morning. Alright, it doesn't look too much different, but this is the final result. I got the Harry Potter books down here and have my new Darker Shade of Magic up here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do once I get the third one over here, but I'll figure that out later. And I was also able to put my book tins up here as well. And then I just put my Harry Potter stuff where my old book tins were.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, f everybody, just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, or should I say good afternoon, because somehow it is 1 o'clock already. I just finished editing the video for the footage yesterday, which admittedly took me longer than I thought it was going to. But this morning I was able to read the first volume of Spy X Family, and I absolutely loved it. I have seen the manga for this already, which is why I knew that I would love it, but I still needed to get it, and I still need to read it. And I think that this is a big reason why I have been so into anime but not manga in the past, is I previously didn't see the value of reading a manga if I had already watched the anime, but I am starting to see the value in it. One, it's just fun to experience the same story in both mediums. And in two, for cases with like Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, when I read the manga, I find there are quite a few things that were missing from the anime, and then I have a fun time learning and discovering all of these new things, or seeing what things differ between the manga and the anime. But so I had a really fun time reading Spy X Family. I only have the first one of this, but I definitely want to get more of them. I can tell that I'm starting to really get a manga addiction, and oh, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to a lot of money. This is definitely becoming a top favorite for me because I am somebody who doesn't like the fake dating trope, and yet I am obsessed with this. And that's because usually when people use the fake dating trope, they use it for stupid reasons that I super am not into. For example, I am also reading Willow by Julie Hoban right now, and there is the fake dating trope in which the main character, Willow, is fake dating a person in order to get him to not tell her brother that she is self-harming, and I absolutely hate that concept. That's terrible. And most of the time when we're doing fake dating tropes, it's just because people don't want to be honest about things that they really should be honest about, and that's something that just makes me mad and frustrated, and I don't want to read about that. But in Spy X Family, Lloyd is a spy who is on a mission where he needs to have a family to try and infiltrate a school and get his child into this school. So he unknowingly marries a woman who is also an assassin and unknowingly adopts a daughter who is also a person who can read minds. And there are just so many levels to this fake dating that is going on. There are like 3 or 4 different levels that are going on here that I can absolutely get into it and fall behind it, because I think that this is a good reason to be doing fake dating. You're a spy. Good reason to fake dating. Self-harm, not a good reason for fake dating. But so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up spending a whole bunch of money on more of these soon. But now that I have read this, I am also getting the desire to get back into my Spy X Family fanfic that I started, got a couple of chapters into, and then never finished. I'm kind of having a writer's block right now, so I think exploring that and getting into that will be super helpful. But before I do want to read a couple of volumes of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun because I have like 12 of them, so I definitely need to start getting through some of them. Hello. So it is currently about 8 p.m. and I have read 4 volumes of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I am really loving it. I am moving out of the realm of season 1 into the realm of the unknown, because all that they made was one 12-episode season, and there currently isn't any plans to make a season 2, which makes me really unhappy and super sad because, like I said, this is my absolute favorite. But I'm just loving it because we are getting into the arc in which Yashiro gets sucked into this kind of alternate dimension where the only way that she can get home is to try and murder Hanako and Mitsuba, which is absolutely insane and not something that she can really do. Like, she's not that type of person to just murder people, so. And I also love the fact that Hanako is kind of like the bad guy-ish, not really, but you keep on, like, they'll do something to let you know that he's kind of a bad guy and then lure you into this false sense of security and make you kind of forget that he has this really dark past, and then he does something to make you be like, oh yeah, that's right, Hanako like fucking murdered somebody and he'll do it again if he needs to. I was also able to read the first volume of the Black edition of Death Note, which does encompass volume 1 and volume 2. I gave this 5 stars. This was great. I knew that I was gonna love it. Death Note is one of my favorite animes. Future Diary comes above it. If you like Death Note, then you will probably love Future Diary. I absolutely do. But so my plans for the rest of tonight, because I am continuing to love Toilet Bound Hanako-kun so much, I think that I am going to keep reading a couple of those more, see how many more volumes I can get through. And because we are doing manga and stuff like that, I think I'm probably gonna make some ramen for dinner. And then we'll probably finish it up with watching some Devil's Line. But yeah, that's my plans for tonight. Alright, so we have come to the end of our 48-hour readathon. In the past 2 days, I read 16 volumes of manga. 16. That is so many. I gotta say, I'm really happy and impressed with how much I've read over the past few days. And I'm really excited to continue in reading all sorts of manga. I still have so much left over here that I still haven't gotten to, and I can't wait to be reading some more of it. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like it. But besides that, make sure to comment your thoughts down below, stay safe, and have a fantastic day. Bye.